Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Factorio. So, since last episode, I have expanded out a little bit of steel furnaces. I don't have any of them plugged up at the moment. As you can tell, we're actually not even running these back ones. I think I need faster belts. I'm pretty sure that's what I need at the moment. So, we're going to have to upgrade the belt speed for sure, because it's just not getting back. I mean, you can see these are backed up. It's just, we're producing so much iron that it's just not able to move it fast enough at the moment. So we are going to have to upgrade that. But I have left this running for a little bit, and our steel is starting to back up. It's right here at the moment. Production on like research and stuff is not the fastest because it's waiting on red, which needs, of course, gears. So we're kind of waiting on those at the moment. That's kind of the issue. But once this iron backs up, and once I upgrade production speed, it'll speed up a bit. And I think these steel furnaces are just about done. Yeah, it looks like only one is running right now down there, and that's due to the fact that I did pull some steel out of there. Which you can see there's already 66 steel in there. And what's neat, I noticed this actually between cuts, or, you know, between episodes. If you hover over, say, the steel furnace, you can see it has produced 4,938 items that it has finished. It's kind of neat because you can look at the statistics of each one. Actually, these in the back have produced like 5,000. There's one almost 7,000 on this side. So you can see the production statistics there, which is kind of cool. I've also been, I'm kind of steadily moving all the irons mined up from over here, so I'm kind of steadily moving up into this section. I'd like to get this removed. This is kind of like our mining base slash actual base, and I'm hoping to, before too long, get it to just be the actual base and no more mining here, ideally. Because, I mean, I've got plenty of resources. I'm planning on, I know I've mentioned this before, I'm planning on moving out to here because there's stone, there's some uranium, which we don't need at the moment. Copper, iron, coal. I mean, there's lots of resources here. But I've still got all this stuff here. So we're currently sitting on 256,000 iron there. Copper isn't the fastest thing in the world to mine because it's always backed up. It's taking these a while to run out of copper. We just don't use it nearly as much as we do the iron. The iron is heavily used. Up here, these don't actually have anything in them, but that's for later on. I probably need to maybe limit these a little bit. We'll limit it to like right there. But I did set up like, here's gears. We don't have very many of those. I need to limit this. Electronic circuits, copper wire. Copper wire's easy. It's just steadily going up there. Iron's backed up. Everything over here is backed up except for stone. So stone, I'm just letting it fill up an entire chest because it really doesn't matter at all. So we do need to automate stone walls and stuff, but we will do that. And then I've been just being attacked constantly by monsters. So we need to get the military side of stuff automated. You know, we were going to do that last episode, and then I got sidetracked, and we never ended up doing it. We're going to do it today. Okay? And I think what I want to do, I don't know if firearm magazines are going to be used for anything past just making piercing round magazines. I don't know. And right now I don't see much use in stockpiling firearm magazines, and instead I'd rather just, I think, just make piercing round magazines, you know, because that's something that we're going to use. And I did pull up that assembling station that we used last episode to make engines. So I'd like to get the piercing round magazines automated. And I'd also like to get the military science packs automated, which take gun turrets and grenades. Grenades take coal, which means I'm going to have to bring my coal up. I need to do that anyways. And then the gun turrets take iron plates, copper plates, iron gears, which, more iron. Like a whole lot more iron. So I think what we're going to do, the firearm magazines just take iron. So I'm going to need to bring iron, copper, steel, coal, gears. I don't know if I want to have the gears coming from this line. Over here where we're making gears. I don't know if I want to move them from here or just have on-site gear production in that case. Because my gears over here are already, they're already struggling a little bit. So I don't know. Let me pop up here. Let me get some resources, because we're going to need to... I guess we're going to start with just like the firearm magazines. I need to get these automated, the piercing rounds going onto the conveyors and getting sent to the turrets, and I need to stockpile those so I have access to them and all that stuff. So let's grab ourselves a bit of iron, and copper is backed up just a little bit here. We'll go ahead and get ourselves, like, I think for right now, I'm probably going to eventually expand this a little bit. We're going to set it up kind of like how we have the other automation, but I'm going to do 3. Let's see, that's 1 for 1, 1 for 1. Okay, I think 3 and 3 should be good for right now. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up a splitter right here. This is going to split off the iron coming out of this line, and we're just going to wrap this over, up, there, and then we're just going to bring it under the ground like that. So iron plates can start heading over here. And then what I would like to do, which eventually, of course, these are going to go underground and get moved over. Okay, and then I need to pull steel off. And for steel, we're not really going to need a lot of steel, I don't think. But let's just get a long-handed inserter. And this is going to set right there, and it's just going to pull the steel off. Like that. And then the copper, of course, we can just, I guess we'll just do a splitter for that. I don't even know if I need, yeah, I will. I'm going to go ahead and split that off. And we'll just bring this down along like that. Okay. And then if I get power to here, which we're researching the better power transfer. We don't currently have it, though, so we're going to do a little bit more random wire here. Okay. So we've got steel, we've got iron, we've got copper coming over here. I'm still missing coal. Coal is a little bit tricky because I've got the source down here. But long term, I don't think the source is going to be down here. I mean, we're going to have a train that comes through. We're probably going to have the source be right in here, and then it comes up and travels along this side, I think. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, when we start setting up the train system. So for right now, we're going to leave that as is. And what I'm going to do is just have like an inserter, fast inserter. I actually already had some, but that's fine. We're going to have this setting like right here. And we'll just bring the copper, or the coal up right there. And then we'll just bring it up along a couple underground belts like that. And there is coal. Which I am going to have to route some of this up into storage as well. We'll get that here in just a second. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to set up our assembling system. And I think what we're going to do is, let's set up like assembler, 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 and then assembler tier 2, tier 2, tier 2 is what we'll do, I think. And then power cables like so. Let me go ahead and pull up some of these because I don't need all of these sitting here. We'll do like that. And then opposite it, I'll have another batch of assemblers that's making firearms. So let's go ahead. Let's set this one to make firearm magazines. And then copy and paste. And then piercing round magazines. Oops. Copy and paste. And then we'll set up, you know, the standard inserters. And we'll have input, input, input. Just down along through here. And then we're going to need to get ourselves a batch of long-handed. And one more, actually. And these are going to be setting here, here. It's pretty much the standard setup that we've got going for, you know, all of our automation stuff. How did I have the lights here? Put that there. And then we are going to bring, let's see, that's inserting. So we're going to bring our items which in this case it's just going to be iron plates. Well, no, it's not. It's going to be iron plates, steel plates, and copper plates. Which means I'm actually going to want... I would need a long-handed inserter is what I need. In this case, it's just going to be iron plates. Here, I'm going to need 3 different materials. That makes it a little bit more tricky. See, these are going to make the firearm magazines. They're going to come down along through here. If I was to load up... See, this one doesn't need the iron. Let's pull that off. Iron just needs to go to here, basically. So let's go ahead and bring the iron over. We'll go ahead and start making those magazines. Let's see, we'll do that. Bring those into there. And this should start producing our firearm magazines. And then we're going to bring this back. This is going to have the magazines on it. And then I think what we're going to do... Let's see, let me pull this up. Let's see, let's set those there. They're going to feed into this. And then there's a couple different ways that I could do this, really. Because I think we could layer the transport belt so that it sends out... We could have it so it stacks like copper, firearm, and then maybe steel on the other side. Or firearm on one side, steel, copper on the other, every other one. Actually, let me do this real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these down. See, that one is feeding off onto that belt. Let's go ahead and bring this down like that. There we go. We're going to route the firearm magazines right down through there, in fact. And then what we're going to do is the steel and the copper. Let's bring this out just a little bit here. And I need to combine these two together. Let's see, the gun turrets, we're going to need iron, copper, iron gears. Which I'm thinking I'm going to do those on site. And then coal and iron coming in from there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just combine these two together. And so I'm just going to route these like that, that. So we've got copper and steel coming down on the same line. Actually, I might end up doing that a little bit further back. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's remove this. We're going to do that. That. And then we're going to bring it out right there. Okay. And then I'm just going to curve this in so it goes alongside the iron there. Then eventually this will go underground because this is going to be like a main walkway. Okay. And then I need more iron plates, which I'll probably end up doing the same thing with iron here shortly. Because I'm going to put iron and coal on the same conveyor together. Just like that. So, okay, let me get just a few of these, actually. Because we end up using them a lot. Eventually, these are going to get upgraded. A lot of these I'm probably not going to upgrade. The underground belts, a lot of them I'm probably not going to upgrade until we get the tier 3s. Because I actually want the tier 3 through here for the distance that we can run it. But let's go ahead and we'll just run that down right there. And the nice thing is our turrets are going to get a nice damage boost once we get this stuff, once we get the piercing rounds going. Okay, we're going to run these along like this. Let's see, our long-handed inserters are here. Okay, let's just run this back. And do that. And then what I want to do is I'm going to have underground belt setting there. Underground belt there, there, there. Like that, I think. And then, which it's now making those piercing round magazines for us. And then what we'll do is we're going to have... actually, I should have started it a little bit further back. I tell you what, let's do that. And then we're going to start this Oh, no. Stop. Okay, we're going to do that. And we're going to pull this stuff up. We're going to have, which I'm going to start a new research here in just a second. We're going to put this, let's do that, that. Okay. So now it should be able to access there, access there, access there, and it should be able to get the copper and the steel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a conveyor here, conveyor here, conveyor here, and we're going to have, which I'm going to have to move these up, to pull these up, which might cause an issue because I don't currently have the better power transfer. Ah. Well, actually, I do have a better power transfer now. Okay. Perfect. This is perfect timing, in fact. Okay, so we got the electric energy distribution one, so we have access to the medium electric pole, the big electric pole. And the big electric pole has a wire reach of 30, but the supply area is a 4x4. The medium only has a wire reach of 9, but it has a supply of 7x7. Okay, so the medium's going to supply a bigger area. The larger one's going to be able to transfer farther with those wires. Both of them being extremely useful. Pretty much negating, I think, most use in the small electric poles, for the most part. So we're probably going to be changing over a lot of things here. But I want to get, some medium electric poles. Let's go ahead and just order 5 of those. Let's go ahead and get 5 big ones as well, just so we've got them on hand. And I'm going to trade these out. I don't really want that. I mean, I'll probably still use it in places, but just not as often, I think. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to set up a big electric pole setting, or a medium, I mean. We're going to set this, we can actually set it opposite. So have it setting like right there. That's a ton of coverage. And, oh wait, we're going to need, let's see. How do I want to do this? Let's do it right there as well. And go ahead and pull that up. Now these aren't getting power, so I'm going to have to supply these with some power. That one in the middle is going to be the tough one. Okay. Oh, let me start a new research real quick. I want to get, which we can actually get electric energy distribution 2, which has the substation. Wire reach of 18 and a supply of 18 by 18. But for this, we are going to need the Science Pack 3. So we're going to have to get those automated here soon. Which actually, I don't even think we've unlocked those yet, have we? I don't think that we have. No. I remember seeing the research, but we haven't unlocked them yet. That's fine. I want to go with... part of me wants to go with the circuit network. So we can actually... The circuits, to me, they're like Factorio's version of like Redstone. And I'm very, very interested in jumping into those. Tool belt would be nice too. But I think I want to go with maybe bullet damage or gun turret damage, perhaps. Heavy armor would be kind of cool too, I guess. Because we're almost done with it. Since I apparently started it a bit back and didn't finish it. I really want concrete and solars, though. Let's go ahead and just finish heavy armor so I can actually make heavy armor, since we're not that far off from being done with it. It's actually not going to take very long to finish. Let's do... I mean, I could always pull up that and put a wire right there. I don't think it's that bad. Maybe that would be okay. And eventually have it down through here. And I think once we have concrete down instead of sand, I don't think it would look that bad. I really don't. So, we'll go with that. So all this is actually set up at the moment. And then what we need to do is we need to set up... let me order another batch of long-handed. And what we're going to do is we're going to have one there, there, there. Pumping out the piercing rounds. So those are being created now. And then what we're going to do is just kind of run these back along. I've got to go underground here. That's fine. So we'll bring those down along like that. And of course, a lot of this stuff in the way is going to get moved. These radars I actually just need to move. I don't need those. I need more power here soon, but we'll tackle that here shortly. So right now I need bullets, which technically I've got bullets now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to route this. Now look at that, heavy armor's already done. Let's go with gun turrets, or maybe just bullet damage. Yeah, it's the same. Which I believe the gun turret damage is about the same as the bullet damage as far as damage goes, but this is going to affect me as well, which would be nice. So let's go ahead and get that. I think. I could be wrong, but... And what we're going to do is we need to get bullets onto this. So we're going to set up a splitter, I do believe. I think a splitter should be good if I have some. Yeah. Thought I had some around here. So we're going to split those rounds coming out. We are going to send half of them, and you'll pick up more transport belts, which they should be. Earlier I picked up all of that was in there, but we should have a better stockpile now. So, okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, that should be fine. So we're sending the piercing rounds down, and then we are going to... This stuff's like all in my way at the moment. Let's take this stuff underground for just a minute, because I want to bring these bullets up, basically. Let's pull that up. Let's pull that up. That up. And underground belt it. I love my underground belts. If you hadn't noticed. Let's pull those up. Okay, so we've got piercing rounds coming up. We're going to start eating through some steel, which is regrettable, but can't be helped. Okay. And now our turrets. I'm just going to leave these firearm magazines on here. They can use those, or they can use the piercing rounds. Eventually, since we're not pumping firearm magazines into this, eventually they'll be gone. For now, they'll just hang out on here. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Let me actually just grab a bunch of these. And we're just going to toss these into here for now. Like, I've got some. There you go. There's 100 of the things. There's another 100 of the things. So, it's not going to have to make firearm magazines for a minute. So, it's basically going to save us on some iron there. And I believe, I mean, the damage increase on these is pretty sizable. 5 plus 0.5 physical to 8 plus 0.8 physical. Big difference. Pretty big difference, so. Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to get grenades and gun turrets automated. Let me go ahead and order... I need a bunch of iron. Like a whole bunch of iron. So let me go grab some. And let me move this. Oh, there's actually... Let's set that up right there. It doesn't have very much stone to mine, but let's go ahead and we'll put it there. Okay, let me get a bunch of iron. Let me get a whole bunch of iron. Oh, and I need transport belts too, because I'm like out of those. We'll grab a few stacks of those. And I've got so many inserters on me. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to fix that. And then what I want to do is we need to bring up... I don't know if I just want to bring it up from here. Yeah, why not? We're going to bring this down. Wind it in like that. And let me get underground belt, of course. I love these things. We'll bring it down along like that. Okay, so we've got firearm magazines and we've got the copper and the steel coming up right here. And I still need to bring up iron as well. Let's do a splitter setting right here. And let me get an underground belt. Of course. And we're just going to bring this underground. Let's do that. And we're going to curve this up. And for right now, because I don't have all this copper is coming down through here, this stuff is going to get cleaned up a lot as time goes on. I've just got all this, like, all my mining operations are in the way at the moment. Okay, so iron comes out right there. We're going to bring it down along like that. And bring it up with these other materials. Actually, what I might do, we'll bring that up. We'll have this curve over. It's going to go into an underground belt. Because I want to flip-flop these. So we'll do like that. Curve this up around like that. This is going to curve over. This is going to curve over. And then we're going to have these combined together like that. Okay. So all these resources are together now, which is what I want. Okay, and I just brought this coal line. We had it left off like right here because I was planning on bringing it up right here. I went ahead and brought this up and just combined it with the iron right through there. So we've got the piercing rounds, the copper and steel, the iron and coal. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this right in here. I'm going to have this split off like that. And then we're going to just wrap this up. This is eventually going to combine with the stuff coming out of here. And it's going to get sent over and up to the resources area. So like the storage and, you know, the main section, I guess. And then what we're going to do is we are going to set up, I crafted up a few assembling machines right here. And we are going to set these up like, yeah, let's do assembling machine there. That might actually be a bit overkill. I don't know. Well, we'll go ahead and do 5, I think. What's being attacked? It's probably just a little bit of damage, but I always like to check it just to make sure. Yeah, it's already killed it. It did 4 damage there. It did 10 damage there. Okay. I'll repair that later. Normally, I'm pretty good about just going straight down there and fixing it. But let's go ahead and we're going to do inserter there, and really I could end the coal at this point. Actually, I think we'll do that. We'll split it off up here. So after this point, we don't need the coal anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to put conveyor line setting here and just run down to there. And this is going to get, which actually I'm going to curve this up. Let's do some of the long-handed inserters. We're going to have these feeding out right there. These are going to get, or these are going to make grenades. That's what I want them to make. Let's go ahead and copy. There we go. And we'll need to set up power to this, so we're going to do like there. Let me get one more of those. Or let me actually just order like another 5. And there. Okay, so these should be making grenades, and we should here soon start seeing grenades being made. They take a lot of coal. Actually, I may want to upgrade these to fast inserters. Okay, so grenades are being produced, and they're being sent down this transport belt. Okay, so then what I want to do is this coal. Do I want to go ahead and split it right here? Because I don't need coal for making gun turrets. Well, let's figure out how we're going to set all this up, and then I'll decide. Because I may end up having the coal go with the grenades, all this being sent and split off a little bit later on down the line. I don't know. We'll see. But then I want to make, I've got grenades, I've got piercing rounds, I need to make gun turrets. So iron, copper, and iron gear wheels. So let's go ahead and order ourselves, let's see, gun turrets take 10 gears. Okay. I think one assembling machine 2. And then we're going to do, oh, do I want to do 10 assembling machines for this? That's a lot of gears. We do get 2 military science packs per craft. So it's not too bad. Yeah, let's go ahead and set up an assembling machine. I tell you what, I am going to split this like we're going to split this right here, and we're going to say that the input priority is, or the output priority is right, right, is going to do, I think that's right. I think that's set up right. We're going to say that does coal. And then we'll go ahead and just clean this up. Clean that up. Okay, so coal is just coming out of this one. Iron staying on that. And then we'll have this wrap up. Curve in. That's going to curve in. There we go. So grenades and coal are coming up together at the moment. Piercing rounds, we're going to go ahead and bring those up. Oh, let's see, the gun turrets, I don't actually need steel anymore past this point. Steel was just for that. So I don't know if I want to split that off as well. I could. Let me make a splitter here. I think these take other, yeah, they take other splitters to upgrade, so I'm not losing out on anything if I go ahead and just make standard ones. And what we're going to do is right up here, we're going to set up an assembling area. And this is going to assemble gears in mass. Let's go ahead and just bring this up a decent ways. We'll set it up right here. And I guess, yeah, we'll do it like this. Just right down along through here. This is all going to make gears. There we go. And then it's going to assemble gun turrets right here. Okay, let's bring this up like that. Curve it around. That way I can take these underground. And the iron's just going to go. There's not nearly enough iron to support this at the moment. That's actually too far. We're going to bring it around like that. Inserts are going to end right there. Outputs are going to run along like that. We're also going to need to bring up iron plates and copper plates. Okay, well, we'll bring that right there then. We'll actually have... Oh, wait, that's not going to work, is it? We'll set these up right here instead. Okay, so we're going to have inserters. These are going to feed in down along through here. These are going to feed out right there, 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 there. And then long-handed, we're going to need a bunch of those. And I'm going to go ahead and split off this steel, I guess. I don't know if I need it for anything else. Military-based stuff. I don't know if I just want to keep it like with me, or how I want to do that. Yeah, you can see piercing rounds and firearm magazines are kind of like mixed at the moment. That's fine. This is actually done. That miner is. We're actually starting to use some copper now, so that's good. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. It doesn't cover as much of an area, but it doesn't actually matter. There we go. And let's go ahead and run the power down through here. We'll do these. And then our long-handed inserters, insert there, there, there. Down through here like that. And then one sitting there that offload. Okay, and then I need to set up the recipe that we're going to be using, which is the iron gears. Okay. Alright, now I just need the iron to actually support that, because right now the iron is not really making it over here very fast. And considering how much we need for this, I need more iron production. Like nothing over here is running at the moment. But the iron, let me go check on my miners. Let me make sure they're running. But I need to upgrade the transport belts. Yeah, I see a couple miners that aren't running. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, well, I need more miners and faster transport belts at the moment. Because it's actually kind of keeping up with the ore smelting. The space. I need that iron ore out of the way, and then I'll move it up and add more smelting and everything. It's just a time thing at the moment. That's fine. Let's go ahead, and we're going to need to feed in So much stuff right here. I have a feeling it's going to be tough for this iron to reach here. I have a feeling. Okay, let's go ahead and get this stuff out of the way. So this is going to route over like that and just run along through here. That's going to take grenades and coal. The grenades, of course, some of those are going to get filtered off for science packs, but I do want some on hand. This stuff, we're going to go ahead and just bring up the steel for now. Let's go ahead and curve it over. And let's get ourselves just a couple of these. And we'll set them up like that. This is going to go right there. Bring this down along like that. Bring this down along like that. Let's get ourselves an underground belt. This is going to go underground. Come out like right. Come out right there is fine, actually. This is going to come up like that. Let's set up an inserter setting there that's just going to feed in basically copper plates. And we're going to teach this that it makes gun turrets. Okay. We'll have another inserter setting here. Make me gun turrets. And then we're going to need gears before this will actually start running. Okay, and then what we're going to do is run this out. Gun turrets are kind of expensive. Well, I think we're starting to get into expensive things, which is, I don't know, it's kind of cool actually though. I like it anyways. Let's go ahead and just bring that up like that. And I tell you what, I think I want to have, let's see, we're going to have an inserter setting here. Let me just order a bunch of iron gears so we can actually craft this thing. Let me put those into there. Iron gears. Oh my gosh, wait. What all do I need? 10 iron gears, 20 iron plates. Okay. I need so much more iron production. Like, every time I turn around, I need more iron production. I don't think that there is such thing as too much iron production at this point. Stone is actually going to be backing up soon, which I'm going to finish putting down concrete all along the area, and then we're going to, or stone, and then we're going to come back through and do some concrete later on. But let's go ahead and toss that into there for right now and get this running, making our very first gun turret. I think once iron gets to where it needs to be, iron production, there'll be more iron coming through. I've just got so many splitters pulling off iron at the moment, which is kind of the issue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to curve this. Bring it out. I'm going to bring this up. And I'm going to combine these two together. The gun turrets and the piercing ammo. And then we'll just bring them along like that. And then we're going to set up one last assembling machine too. I don't think that the military science packs are that crucial. I just kind of want to get them set up. I mean, I'm going to use them for military science, but I think that's mostly it. And whenever I scroll down through here, I mean, there's places that we're going to need it. You know, all this different military research, and there is a lot of military research. But I think for right now, this will be okay. Because it does craft 2 at a time. I think it's going to be all right, and then if I need to upscale it, I can. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, and then we're going to have, let's see, we'll have this one curve like that. We're going to have this one curve like that. Come back down. And right now we're pulling out grenades, coal, piercing rounds, and gun turrets, which I think is good. And we're going to set up that right there. We're going to set up a long-handed inserter. Inserter setting there. Long-handed inserter setting there. And what this is going to make is military science packs. And I'm just going to do a big electric pole. These are actually bigger. Yeah, these are a little bit larger. Okay. No, I'm not going to set up a big one. I'm going to set up a medium one. Okay, and these aren't actually all that expensive. Looks like, I believe it's one it's one of each, right? To make the... Yeah, it's only one of each, so it's not that bad. We're going to have a lot of extra piercing round magazines, a lot of extra grenades coming down, and then the gun turrets are going to be kind of the issue at the moment, but that's fine. And then what we're going to do is just curve this off. Whoops. Curve this off. Curve this off, and just kind of bring it around the side of this. I do think I'm going to have to upscale this a bit. But it's so many gears. So many gears. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. So we'll bring this along. This is going to have piercing rounds, gun turrets, coal, and grenades. And then we're going to have another line that starts right here. And this one is going to do just inserter setting there. I'll just put that right there for right now. Okay, so this is going to pull out the military science packs. And these are going to get sent off. So there we go. No gun turrets on here, but maybe eventually there will be. We'll see. And my plan is we're just going to let these military science packs just kind of build up. You know? And hopefully that'll be okay. If I need to upscale it, I will. I mean, like I said, this is my first time through, so we'll figure it out as we go. Eventually it'll go underground, like right in here somewhere. And I do want to make this go underground. And that's where our coal is going to come through out. And then this may end up expanding. I may end up adding some other stuff. One thing I might possibly add to this little area, because, I mean, I'm not making shotgun shells at the moment, stuff like that, so this will probably get expanded. Realistically, it'll probably get expanded, but... actually, the steel I'm going to need elsewhere, because I'm going to automate... I may automate gates. And I also need to automate engine units. Ugh. But, I mean, right down here, I need to upgrade transport belts. I need to upgrade the number of miners. This is actually starting to back up. So, I am going to have to replace a lot of that with faster transport belts. Let's actually go ahead and do that. It's just a lot of iron is all that it is. So let me order a few of those. Let me go get some more iron gears. We're going to need to automate the fast transport belts before too long. Let's see, I've got gears in here. Let's go ahead and just order. That should be enough, I think. And I'm assuming that I can just place these and they'll work with the rest of these things. Okay, so we'll just do like that. It's a lot. It's quite a bit faster. It is quite a bit faster. It's actually getting ore down there. And I'm just gonna run these up just a ways. That'll be all right for right now, and then I can make more of them. But at least it's getting the iron down here. See, I still need more iron production though, like iron mining, because this isn't really. That one's not running, but this isn't really backed up anywhere. But it's still not enough to get all the way down here. But it's like a constant stream of iron coming down here. Not to mention we are actually using steel now. So steel's being consumed, which of course increases my iron costs by a little bit as well. So I don't know, but we're getting there. I'm starting to get some of this cleared out, which is good. But anyways, I am going to end out this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We are making progress. It's like a constant battle. Like I add something and then I need more iron, and then I'm good on iron, and then I add something, I need more iron, and so on. So, bit by bit, right? So, anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure and hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to stay updated with when new videos come out, and I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.